Hey, I'm Aaron. Before trading, I worked in a lab where one thing matters more than anything else: waiting for the right moment. You can't speed up a reaction by yelling at it. If the conditions aren't ready, you can bang on the table all you want. Nothing will happen except mistakes. And here's what I've noticed in the market. Most people don't break because they're weak. They break because they don't know how to wait. Sitting without a trade feels physically painful. They stare at the chart thinking there has to be something, anything, and they click. Today's topic is simple and honestly uncomfortable. The market doesn't break the weak, it breaks the impatient. We'll break down how impatience disguises itself as being active, why it drains your account faster than any bad strategy, and how to build habits that give you control back. By the way, I have a small acting story. In college, I did a couple of student plays, and the director kept saying, a pause is also an action. Back then, I didn't realize how much that applies to the market. Let's go. Impatience isn't an emotion, it's a strategy of as long as something moves. Impatience often looks like hard work. Someone sits at the terminal, watches charts, reads news, marks levels. From the outside, it looks like discipline. But inside, it's not discipline, it's anxiety. You need proof that you're in the game. And the easiest way to get that proof is to press the button. In real life, impatience shows up in three forms. Early entry, I'll get in a little sooner to catch more. Chasing, I almost had it, I'll catch up now. Overtrading, not many setups today, so I'll draw myself some. And the most dangerous part, every one of these sometimes makes money. That's why impatience gets reinforced. You get dopamine and your brain decides, oh, it works. And then a streak comes where the market doesn't forgive. Number two, the market pays for waiting, not for showing up. There's an illusion that the more you're in the market, the more you'll earn. Like hourly work, more hours equals more pay. But trading isn't hourly work, it's paid by the quality of your decisions. Sometimes your best day is one trade, or zero trades. Pros wait for the moment when probability is on their side. Impatient traders trade the moment they get bored. The market doesn't owe you a setup every hour. The market doesn't owe you entertainment. The market owes you nothing. And if you enter just because it's been a while since my last trade, you're not trading the market, you're trading your impatient mind. Number three, why impatience breaks you faster than a bad strategy. A bad strategy can be improved. Add a field to remove a setup, limit trading hours, but impatience does one thing. It breaks your rules at the worst possible moment. You can have a great plan, trend-only entries, confirmation at the level, 1% risk, max 4 trades, but impatience shows up as a quiet thought. Okay, this one isn't exactly by the rules, but it looks good. And the chain is almost always the same. You enter early without confirmation, you get stopped out, you feel the injustice, they shook me out. You try to regain control and enter again worse than before. By the third step, you're not trading a setup, you're trading the wish to win it back. This has nothing to do with being weak, it's mechanics. In the lab, if you don't wait for the reaction time, you get junk, even with golden hands. Number four, patience is rules, not just be calm. People think patience is personality. My nerves are so weak. No, patience is a system of limits. Here's what actually helps. A, the setup window rule. I decide in advance when I trade. For example, the first 2 hours of an active session and one short block later. The rest is observation or rest. Why it works, it shuts down the endless what if. B, the only after confirmation rule. If my setup requires a reaction at a level, I don't enter on the way there. I wait for confirmation. A candle, volume, a break of microstructure, whatever it is. The key is that it's defined in advance. Confirmation is a break, it's a pause. C, a trade limit. Not as many as I can, but a hard number. 3 to 5 trades max. That's it, even if the market looks perfect. Impatience loves infinity. A limit cuts it off. D, a pause after 2 losses. 2 stops in a row equals a mandatory 15 to 30 minute break. No quick revenge. It's like driving. If you start sliding, you don't slam on the gas. You stabilize. It also helps me when my workspace is clean and my scenarios are marked in advance. I'll usually map out levels and an if-then plan on iFinex like a dashboard. What I'm waiting to see, what counts as a valid signal. When it's written down, it's harder to invent an entry out of boredom. Number 5, training patience. Small drills that change results. Patience doesn't come from motivational videos. It comes from repetition. 3 exercises that actually work, 1 setup a day. The goal isn't to make money, the goal is to wait for 1 high-quality setup and execute it perfectly. If it never shows up, the day still counts, because you've trained waiting. Screenshot without a trade. If you watched for 30 minutes and didn't enter, take a screenshot and write why I didn't enter. This reinforces not entering is also a decision. Post-factum check. After a move you missed, don't beat yourself up. Open the chart and answer honestly. Were the conditions there, or was it just a beautiful move? Often you didn't miss a setup, you missed the chance. And this is where I come back to theater. In a play, a pause isn't emptiness, it's controlled silence that holds the room. In trading, a pause is controlled inaction that protects the account. Number 6, a mini patience ritual. 5 minutes that save hours. Before I even look for entries, I do a quick pre-flight check. I set a 5-minute timer and just observe, hands off the mouse. In those 5 minutes, I mark the level, the stop area, and what has to happen for an entry to be legal. A lot of the urge to just click disappears on its own. And one more thing, If you set alerts on key zones, I like doing this on iFindX, you don't have to sit there like a nervous observer. You wait for the signal instead of squeezing it out of the chart. Number 7, signs impatience is already breaking you. It helps to catch it early. Here are the markers. You increased your trade frequency without changing the system. You started entering a bit earlier, more often than usual. You get irritated when price moves without you. You hold a position not by plan, but so you don't close in red. You keep rewriting your reasons for entry after the fact. If you recognize yourself, it's not a verdict. It's a signal. Go back to the rules and take a pause. Not because you're weak, because you're human. The market doesn't break the weak, it breaks the impatient. Because impatience makes you trade where you have no edge. Impatience is the ability to wait until the edge actually appears. Do yourself a favor. Make waiting part of the strategy. Write your limits, define your confirmations, and respect the pause the same way you respect the entry. If you want to start tomorrow with one simple step, do this. I take only one high-quality setup per session, or I take nothing. It sounds weird, it's boring, and that's exactly how consistency begins. Subscribe, leave a like, and check out my Telegram. I share checklists, journal templates, and session breakdowns there. And remember, sometimes the strongest trade is the one that you didn't take.